Now, according to the Kikuyu culture, I'm not so sure, but there's something that used to happen in the past where a family would have children, then another child would be born outside of the home.
For what purpose?
Like you,
yes.
Kingori is married
Yes.
to X.
Yes.
Another man, it is somehow it would happen, would get a child with this woman.
When you're still the wife.
Yes.
Wow. Hey.
What is
Kiberiti,
that for?
ama nothing to.
Actually, nothing kiberiti.
Yes.
Nothing. What
Knowing,
that used to
unajua.
be, suppose this family has been
Cast.
Yes, cast. No, in African culture, casts were always there.
Okay.
So what would happen is this child would be born. Just in case this one has madness has been cast, this child would continue with the generation. So I say, marrying me, you're not just saving me. Some people think they're saving single mothers by marrying them. No, you're not saving us. We are fine.
We are fine.
We are so fine, you're not
That
being
is the
saved.
thing.
Now, I am the one saving you just in case your family has issues and you've not dealt with them.
How are we having that conversation? How am I inviting my neighbor for more than supper? How as in, when does this happen? You just hear a rumor that it happened,
I think I just hear a rumor. This is
As
something
in,
I have heard.
as a couple now.
Not, but in the
Father, mother, and
past,
children.
did we have women getting into conversations? In the past. In the past. We are not talking about past year 1940.
Yes.
No, we are not talking about past year
So
1994.
how would she find herself pregnant with another man's child?
See, it is an arrangement by the husband.
Oh.
By the
well,
way, I work amongst the
oh,
Maasai.
okay.
I work in Kajiado County. Inaweza happen too.
You're
So
just
I will
in
look
bed.
at-
Kumbe, somebody has come.
Oh,
The one,
but
the one who did them cookie is not the real guy, and you don't have to say anything.
I know it happens,
It has
and in
happened.
very many cases, I know it happens. But the knowing part, the
Who is
knowing
knowing
part.
you?
I know of a
Sisi
story.
ni mabeshte, the men, our friends.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Eh, eh.
Remember, we are not. You know, when I talk about it today, it is like,
How can that
but in
happen?
the past, women had really no say. I think I actually had it from my grandfather. I used to talk a lot with my grandfather, may he rest in peace, and he would tell me such stories. Yeah, that would happen because in case kuna urogi huku, huyu mtoto mmoja anaweza inua familia. And by the way, if we are keen enough, we'll notice huyu wa kukujwa na yeye. There is something that usually happens. You'll find him shining.
God kind of helps them along, I think.
Yeah.
Wow. This world, we are living in a strange world, I must say. We are living in a strange world. I know watu wanasemanga mama ya mtoto ndiye anajua baba ya mtoto ni nani. And that even men know, which led me to ask the question of what is wrong with asking for DNA results. Because and there's a Nigerian who got in trouble for saying that 80% of Nigerian actresses' marriages would break if their husbands asked for a DNA test. But hiyo mnajua, si ndio? Kwa hivyo hata hii marriage setting is not a bed of roses.
It's really not. Personally, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with asking for the DNA results. I just feel like the context within which it usually comes out is very acrimonious. You know, that's the thing, is that if the first thing, last week or 2 weeks ago we were in bed together, and then now I come and I tell you I'm pregnant, and the first thing you're telling me is let's do DNA, or the second I call you to ask for support is when now you're asking for DNA. It's like, okay, if you already know that we were together, like, I expect you to be like, okay, I'm willing to support and whatever, but also we can just confirm. But the way it usually comes out is somebody's like, no, that's not my child. In fact, I want DNA. And that's where the issue is. And now, by the time even the results are proven to be 99.9% or whatever that pass mark is, already you've soiled that relationship, because now there's no trust. Now there is no love. Now there's no, we are on the same page. It's like, oh, you are thinking that I'm trying to lie. Okay, now, you know, we are not even going to be friends. Let's just raise this child or whatever. And it just ends up being so messy. But there's nothing wrong with asking.
It's not doubt. What if you know your partner practices tradition?
Oh,
What if you know your partner posted something about matchboxes, matchsticks, kiberiti? What if you're privy to this information? What if you've heard the song Nairobi, watu wanaleteana huku, wanaleteana huku? What if you know?
Yeah, then I guess if you know, then even the woman should be expecting for you to ask for the DNA results. Then you just do them and life moves on.
I want to go back to something I think I shared it with you before. Who you attract yourself. The people you find yourself in a relationship with are who you really are.
Okay. Hey.
Deep.
Apana.
Not here. Yes. We
Kama-
keep saying, you know, unlike poles attract,